What's up, headbangers? Time for another episode of Heavy Metal 101 Reviews, where we listen to a song we're not very familiar with and let you know our honest and unbiased opinion. Today we have an interesting one. It is a band called Cruachan. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I want to apologize for anything that I mispronounce from here on out, but Cruachan is an Irish folk metal band, which was formed in 1992. I put a poll up on a Facebook group of what band sounds the most interesting by their description, and this is the one that won the poll. So Cruachan blends Celtic folk music with heavy metal, and they use Celtic mythology in their lyrics. They're considered one of the founders of folk metal. They're highly influenced by British folk metal band Skyclad and the Irish rock band Horselips. Born for War, The Rise of Brian Boru is off the 2014 album Blood for the Blood God. Now, I did Google Brian Boru, and apparently he was an 11th century Irish king who helped put an end to Viking invasions and domination of Ireland. So that's their background. So let's check out the music and see if it's any good. You ever heard of these guys?
I have not. The only Irish kind of folk metal that I've heard of is Primordial, which though that might be a little lengthy for a show like this. Their songs are like 10 to 12 minutes long, but they're really, really good. So it might be worth checking out in a private venue.
Mm-hmm.
From lyric the Vikings came to the village of the Dolcash, to rape, to pillage, and to maim, with Viking sword and Viking axe. So many lives were lost.
All right, what'd you think of that one?
That was different.
Yeah, definitely.
It
Um,
it felt a lot like Primordial, especially
did it?
towards the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, the tremolo picking and how they did that, the style they did it in was very Primordial. But it almost felt like Dropkick Murphys or Flogging Molly as well.
I definitely thought of Dropkick Murphys while I was listening to it. Yeah, it was very interesting. And especially like during that long instrumental, there was like a point that like just drastically changed the music, and there wasn't really much of a transition. It was just all of a sudden it was like kind of doomy, and then all of a sudden it was like really happy music.
Yeah, it had odd tempo and style changes that caught you off guard.
Yeah, and
But the one thing that stood out to me the most was his vocals kind of towards the middle and to the end was like James Hetfield from Master of Puppets. I
yeah,
don't
I'd
know
have
if,
to listen to it again.
yeah,
There's definitely certain parts where like his vocals sounded kind of like more punk rockish, and then it kind of was different towards the middle. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. And then how many songs do you get like a really detailed history lesson in the in the lyrics?
no, absolutely. And that was something I wrote about in college was, the Viking slave trade. And if you go back and read the Anglo-Saxon chronicles, like the Vikings would come to the British Isles and steal entire populations of people and traded them with the Middle East, primarily Baghdad. And the slave trade was so good that they basically lived as kings when they went to Baghdad. They didn't pay for anything and they could pretty much stay as long as they wanted to. So yeah, I don't know if you knew that I'm a history guy. So
I actually my major was history, so
yeah, I got
I majored in American history, but I do know some of the other stuff too. But yeah, definitely I don't know. I'm not against listening to them again. They were interesting, not bad.
it was a little too, I'm trying to find the right words. It was a little too
You think there
just
was
it
too
was
much of the folk music? Like they should have had a little bit less
it
or more of one style or the other? Or
it's not what they used. It's to me, it's how they used it, and it sounded very disjointed.
okay, it
Um,
didn't blend together that well.
exactly. I
Hmm.
mean, the intro is a prime example. Like the drums were cool, but they did not jive with the music. I don't know if you picked up on that. That was like the first thing I was like, okay, I hear what the drummer's doing, but it's not meshing with what everybody else is doing. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe it's that way on purpose. I don't know.
yeah. That's probably a problem that comes up in that type of music. Is it's hard to, at sometimes probably hard to blend the two styles seamlessly. You know.
Yeah,
All
fair.
right, we should have probably done this one last week or last time, and then we could have released it on St. Patrick's Day, was just a few days ago. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Rock on.